Hey, it's random pop culture news for here once again in game Mr. And we're reading guys from our Central Torch channel. And maybe social media links. Okay, Twitter, Instagram, all the other good stuff at AKX. Anyways, like, share, subscribe if you want to. Last one we doing for a real long time. It sucks. I wanted to do two more reactions, but I got like 6 of them already. Plus another extra one. I was almost, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7, I don't know. Anyways, and then that trophy achievement hunter one too. I talked about the Hakom guy. Hopefully got his stuff straightened out with Sony, man. If not, that sucks, man. Anyways, I talked a little bit about this last time. I'm only going to read half the article, I'm not going to read the entire thing, but 2 new other things came out. Well, it's right before I was my little Thanksgiving vacation, or as I know most people in Europe and Asia, they call it the holiday. Over here in the United States, it's usually called vacation. But anyways, I already read this part before. So this is from Josh Taylor from Sportskeeda, not Sportskeeda, the other one, Dexerto. Playing Sonic music in the background just to make sure the mood is really 100% on point. Anyways. Yeah, so this is Mr. Beast finally responds to allegations, likely sued Dogpath44. This thing was almost a 2-hour video. There's no way in heck I wouldn't be able to react to almost a 2 full-hour video. I could have, but I probably would have got bored as hell after a while. Plus, obviously Mr. Beast is obviously definitely nowhere near my demographics of what the people I usually cater to is usually Gen Alpha little kids. Maybe a couple Gen Zers, I don't know. Definitely not millennials, because dude's way younger than me. He's like 24, 25, 26. I'm only going to read like 4 or 5 paragraphs, and then I'll talk about this other news. Sony stuff, news I haven't talked about in a while. Anyways, yeah, Mr. B sat down, let's jump into it, sat down in a 2.5-hour extended interview with Oompaville. Vastly majority allegations against him, producer of the house, and his production house. During the in-depth conversation with Mr. Beast, methodologically, I don't know, addressed each allegations made by a former employee Path404 and numerous others. In the description of the video, YouTube stars also provided public documents as official statements, and the images as evidence. These accusations included a claim of fakes, giveaways, the use of CGI to manipulate content in his videos, cryptocurrency scandals, allegations of, I don't know if I could even say that word. I'm skipping it just in case, since I don't want it, I don't get monetized on my channel, but I don't want to get no claims or strikes or any of that shit. I don't know, bad stuff to kids, I guess. Bad enforcement stuff. And the production of his festivals, chocolate and mold found in his lunches. Yeah, I remember hearing about that one. I feel like talking about it though. So this is, so why was he silent for so long? Mr. Beast explained the delay in responding to the allegations in the 3-month investigation by his legal terms of, unfortunately, bad criminal accusations found by Mr. Beast's channel member Ava Chris Tyson. Yeah, the one ended up being a transgender. Remember that one? Investigation interview reviewing millions of documents and messages, and after interviewing 39 people, Jimmy Donaldson, aka Mr. Beast, he said that he wants to advertise to avoid. He was advised to avoid public comments to protect the investigation integrity, preventing influencing witnesses. This quote: "They recommended I shouldn't talk about the drama or anything online," he said. Well, he initially expected the process to last 2 or 3 more weeks, and ended up taking more than months due to its complexity. Mr. Beast also posted up his following on Twitter X on November 1st, marked as, I don't know if I can ever do an impression of this guy, like, "I give away 500 cars, so let's go, guys." The day I got in the conclusion is the investigation. I don't know. He just kind of sounds like a regular bland white dude, I guess. Mr. Beast polished. The Twitter says November 1st is it. Yeah, November's marketed day as the day where I got arrested for my conclusion. I don't know. I can't do his impression that well. Let's move on. With the investigation. Reflecting on Jimmy Otta said, "I could go back in time. I will want something to do like this right thing right here." He even said, "I need a little response video. It just wasn't on my, just not my style." He also said he felt free-flowing and natural and more not correct approach. I said, Mr. Beast suing Dogpath404. And he said, When asked if he was going to sue .Path404 in his extensive list of accusations, Beast responded, I don't want to be put in a situation, but I'm probably going to have to sue. I was going to say, he explained, what do you do if somebody's spreading information, causing harm to businesses, or getting to a point where you might have to actively fire people because it's costing so much revenue. Mr. Beast accused .Path404 of flat out manipulation and lies in the videos. This quote I have pulled out. Alright, I'm just gonna do my regular voice now. I got this. Had people pull out millions of dollars and them telling me it was just because of his videos. When pushed on his definitive answer, the YouTuber star said, quote, they're not doing any drafting it up. It's to the legal notice, but once they're done, they're more than likely, he went on to state, every law firm he has talked to, they're likely, they're like, this will be the easiest win they've ever seen in their life. Oof. This is other stuff I'm going to skip out here. Fake giveaways, fake contests, CGI, the crypto scandals. I talked a little bit about this one, but I didn't feel like getting too deep in a lot. Oh, wow. Child slave, one. And feasible reductions. And mold in the lunch. Yeah, I remember that one. Oh, that was a real bad one. I've heard about all this shit, and I just didn't feel like talking about most of it, because there's like a billion people all over the world talking about this shit so many times. I was like, yeah, I feel like putting my 2 cents on that bitch. So Mr. Beast denying the mold allegation is lunchy product. Yeah, alright. He asserted that, quote, there is no mold in the lunch that when it leaves our factory, emphasized we have the highest quality control in the world. Yeah, I remember all this. Oompaville's YouTuber channel with the deep dives deeper into various allegations against Mr. Beast, releasing just days after the content cop debunked .Path404's viral accusations. In an interview with Jimmy Donaldson referred to these developments as saying, quote, go back to Sagi's video, go look at his Twitter X account, where he has redacted multiple ones. Yeah, there's so many thoughts, views, opinions, and speculations I could give here, but I'm not going to, because even though I kept up a little bit with the story of what's going on with this fool, Jimmy Donaldson, which, it's funny, I only heard about him, 2018 or 19? I thought long ago. It's about 7.5, 8 years ago. It hasn't even been over a decade yet, but I think he started in like 2011, 2012, but I had no idea who he was way back then. I don't know if he started on Twitch or started on YouTube from back in the day, but I don't know. To me personally, I never really gave a shit about the dude's stuff. His stuff was more for, like I said before, I say it again, it was more for a lot of younger kids than it was for like grown-ass men like me or grown-ass women to watch his stuff, because his shit to me was just kind of bland. Even I know he was doing the whole stuff of saving the trees, saving the ocean, and then I heard a bunch of old school conspiracy theories that he might have made pacts with the devil, Satan, and Lucifer, and all that shit, which I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, even though granted, he's been named Mr. Beast. I know last year he got shit ton of accusations. Oh, he's the Antichrist because he like healed like 50,000 children or 500 children or kids sight, and he was able to make the blind see again, which I ain't gonna argue with that one, because there's a shit ton of there's a giant ass freaking rabbit hole to get into that mess. When it comes to who's the Antichrist here? There's somebody who grew up in a Christian household church. I heard that name like a billion fucking times in my life. But I don't know. I'll probably maybe not. I'll see the Antichrist. Who knows? During my lifetime, who knows? If some hard positive rapture doesn't ever happen, but if it does happen, I don't get into it. It's gonna have to suffer here on earth for a very long time. Who knows? Yeah, so the last thing I want to say is, he's probably gonna have a fuck ton of very, very lawyers. This dude's extremely rich as fuck, so I'm not surprised if Jimmy Donaldson, Mr. Beast, he ends up filing everybody on YouTube that tarnished and shit on his reputation. I'm not even going against the dude. I'm not defending the guy, because I don't know my hero like that, but I mean, the way his attitude is, a very smart-ass, narcissistic, fucked-up attitude when he was talking with Logan Paul a few times. So I'm not surprised. No, I never did the dude IRL. I mean, business-wise, he was a very super smart business guy, for sure. Respect his hustle on that, but man, if he really made people suffer badly, allegedly, that's an account he's going to have accountability to that when he ends up leaving this earth and hopefully, passing away in old age. Who knows? He's going to have to, that's going to be between him and God with that shit. Anyways, Sony PlayStation news a little bit, real quick. I'm not going to get into it too much, but the Sony PlayStation handheld Vita report. Okay. New PlayStation handheld Vita report being prototypes from Joseph Allen. Let's read a little bit of this. According to the Bloomer report, cites that people are familiar with its development. Sony is looking forward to taking Nintendo Switch's hugely popular Switch and head off the competition and potential Xbox handle as well, much like said Xbox handheld. However, PlayStation devices may have many years away from releasing rumor reports that Sony could still, quote, quotation mark, could still decide to be against the bringing to market. So we're very much still in the early stages of development. I'd be crazy if they do end up bringing them out the Vita again, man. I haven't seen this thing since 2010 or 2011, so many years ago, man. I was still like my sophomore, junior in college at that time when I saw this thing was really huge back in the day, man. This one was really, really fun to play with. I played like 100 games on that thing almost every hour of the day. That's when I was trying to do my exams, and after I was done with exams, I used to go hog wild on this thing, man. And I had a lot of not safe for work shit on there, too. Fun times, man, fun times. I only watched like 2 anime things on there, too. I think it was the old school, like, Danganronpa thing, and then something else. I don't know. Anyways, this one was a lot more crazier, too, but I'll get to this one in like a real quick second. Hold on 1 second. And I know I could do a completely entire whole separate video on this thing, but this is really, really extra bad, man. Extremely extra bad, but one of the biggest Switch streamers in the freaking world right now, for Gen Zers mainly, Kaisen. Yep. He said, like, yeah, news did Kaisen hang person live stream controversy explorer. Yeah, so I'm just going to read a tiny bit of it. Twitch star Kaisen is going viral after hanging a person accidentally. After going to his Mafia-thon, 2 subathon emerged online November 27, 2024, which earlier today. Wow. Says, Clifford's amassed live streams, surfers on Reddit and X, and the individual was seen with a noose wrapped around his neck, and the streamer was asked to pull 2 of the ropes in front of him. When New Yorker pulled one of the ropes on the right, which had a red hook color and a handle. The shirtless individual was suspended in the air and appeared to be hanging from the noose. Oof. And there's like a whole bunch of other stuff on here too. I'm not gonna show, but I will play a little bit of it in here, so I'm gonna have to pause this music for a little bit. But it was really, really crazy. I'll play that one for a little bit first, and I'll play the other one second. Should be here. And this is Magician Guy talking. Magician Max Major prank Kaisen based on his choices for the first time when they met. Basically, predicting what strings would pull in months in advance. Alright, here it is.
What you don't know is that was all according to my plan. See, at the start of my performance, I said that tonight was all about choices. But not just the choices that you made tonight, the choices that you've made since the day that we met. So today I gotta go on. Wait, what? He took info from when we met? Authentic is the catch the nigga in his lives. Niggas gotta be behind him, niggas gotta be sides, niggas gotta be watching every angle. I know how Mark calls Snapchat, so I'm on his ass. No! I had to look, I wanted to see that go through his lips. I kept trying to fuck with him, like trying to. So he better ass is so creative. He really trying to prove you wrong. I'm so glad they had that random. How is that?
Oh, sure.
You see, from the first time we met, you pushed me, you challenged me, you wanted to see me fail. And I thought tonight, I'd give you exactly what you asked for. You see, you thought the game was for me to influence you to make the right choice. Well, all along, I planned to influence you to make the wrong choice. And I knew you'd pick the red handle. Even when it feels like you're playing a game of chance, you have to remember who you're playing against.
Wow.
Because I decide who wins or loses.
Oh, damn. There's another one here. He's like, oh, he's done. I'll just let this one play real quick. I'll give thoughts, use opinions real fast on that one. Here it goes.
It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it, bro. Let him go. Yo, let him go. He all niggas. He want niggas to look. We just look like black people that look crazy. That's what they want niggas to look like.
Yeah, not surprised. Back in the day, no offense to anyone African American out there in elementary middle school, my ass used to get bullied more by black motherfuckers than there were with white people. White people, they barely hit me at all. A few times, maybe once in a while, once a month or two. But black people, oh man, some of them, they get way extra fucking crazier and insaner in the head. So that's why you always gotta stay way extra careful around African American black people compared to like whites and Asians and Hispanic Latinos. But when I came out here to Vegas, whew, it was a